is the Magnate.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the Magnate. The Magnate, you know, we call it mentoring on television. You call it lending a voice to business growth. And we have somebody who wants to lend a voice to the growth of our business today. It will be a very, very interesting and stimulating conversation. Let's bring you the citation of our Magnate for the week. We'll be back shortly.
Hadiza Aliko Mohammed is what you may want to describe as an unsung heroine based on her expertise, prowess, and accomplishments in several fields of human endeavor. He is a very articulate and disciplined chartered insurer with over 3 decades of experience in management and leadership. She is renowned for her strong work ethics, reliability, and exceptional interpersonal skills, which are rooted and propelled by a foundation built on universal values and faith. Hadiza's extensive experience spans working with diverse groups, necessitating deep self-leadership and resilience to navigate the challenging Nigerian business landscape. Her key competencies and achievements include successfully leading teams, managing stakeholder relationships, as well as spearheading both formal and informal mentorship. In fostering and encouraging an inclusive work environment, she visibly demonstrates the visionary toga leadership by example. As an insurance expert, she is foresighted in developing innovative strategies to sell her professional services in a highly skeptical Nigerian market, thus shaping and highlighting her faith in achieving the seemingly impossible. Hajia Hadiza possesses outstanding critical thinking and problem-solving organizational skills, which are often required to effectively navigate complex challenges in order to deliver positive outcomes. With strong communication skills, she deftly manages conflict, threats, and risk, ensuring smooth operations and harmonious workplace relationships with her strong convictions in the power of a positive attitude, competency, robust flexibility to accomplish set goals. She is a non-executive director, Leadway Assurance Company Limited, Chairman, Hello Nigeria Capital Management Company. Previously, she served as Independent Director, Nigeria Aviation Handling Company, and consultant on drug abuse for Northern Governors Wives Forum, Abuja, Nigeria. She is presently the Chief Executive Officer of the Recovery Place Nigeria Limited, the same position she earlier held at Turner's Building Products Limited, both based in Kaduna. A product of Queen's College, Lagos, Hajia Hadiza has a BSc in Business Studies and Sociology, with 3 master's degrees in different fields. She's widely traveled, harvesting several awards and professional certificates, too numerous to mention.
Welcome back. I'm sure you saw that I wasn't exaggerating. Our Magnate for the week. And it's a great pleasure. I'm really, really delighted. You can see the grin on my face. We've been at this for a very long time. Just to tell you how busy she is. Permits me to welcome to the Magnate, Hajia Hadiza Aliko Mohammed. You're welcome to the Magnate.
Thank you very much.
Insurance seemed to be, probably I would say your first love. How did you come into insurance? Let's start with.
I have a first degree in business studies and sociology. And when I finished that degree, at that time my father was the chairman of Nikon here in Nigeria, and I wasn't ready to go for my master's, and he suggested that having a professional qualification, because he is a qualified chartered accountant, one of the very first in northern Nigeria. So he suggested, why not go for a professional qualification in insurance. So I enrolled at the Chartered Institute of Insurance in Seven Oaks in Kent. And, I went there for a year and became an associate of the Chartered Institute of Insurance.
Interesting.
And so that is how my insurance journey started. And after I finished the program, I was placed in an international insurance broking firm, which, as a management trainee, so as to put into, to see the practical aspect of it after having gone through the theory.
Okay.
So it was while I was working there that my then the person who became my boss, late Mr. Remy Olode. He had just set up IGI, and he had come to put in place his reinsurance treaties, and so he came to the company, and one of the bosses there said to him, "There's a young Nigerian girl here, maybe you would like to meet her." So we met.
Young, naive,
yes,
and
yes, we
vibrant.
Yes, we were introduced, and he said to me, he invited me to come and join. He said, "I'm just setting up, a company. So would you like to, to come and work with me?" And I said, "Why not?" He said, "The company is in Lagos." I said, "I'll speak to my parents, and if they're okay with it, then," and they were okay. So that was how I got. That was the job interview for my first position ever, in the corporate world, as an assistant manager in his then company.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Interesting journey. How do you define people's attitude to insurance policy?
I think that when I joined the industry, and even now, there are many people that are skeptical about insurance, because there have been practitioners that have given insurance also a bad name in terms of collecting a lot of premiums, and when it comes to paying a claim, they disappear, or there's one thing or another.
Takes forever.
And yeah, it used to take forever. But with the new crop of insurance companies now that understand that an insurance company really is set up to pay the claims, to honor the contract of paying the claims when they arise. So that education is ongoing. But many people, for many different reasons, some for maybe religious reasons, are not very open to conventional insurance. Maybe some don't even have enough information about insurance, so they don't partake in it, and you're paying something now against something which may or may not happen in the future. So and the situation we're in right now, where the economy is difficult, life is challenging for many people, insurance may not be the first thing that the average person would go for, because that money to pay the premiums is something that they could use to take care of the immediate basics of life.
How do you think the series of education, enlightenment, has further enlightened people to see the need, even though some people are still sitting on the fence?
I think the companies themselves know that in order for them to be in existence, they have to have the customers who buy these insurance policies. So they know that ongoing education of the populace is something that is just, the industry is embracing, or has embraced, and will continue to do so, because it is a way in which you show the positive aspects of insurance. So you have, a group of people coming together to pool money, so that if something happens to an individual, they can take from that pool and to be able to help the individual to return back to the position they were before that event had happened. So insurance is not a way of making profit, as some people might think, okay, so I'm going to be enriched by insurance. No, it just indemnifies you. It takes you back to where you were before the event happened. So it's ongoing. And even now more so, because there's so many channels of educating people. We have, social media now, which, the reach is much, much wider than it was, at that point that we started. Yes.
Interesting. Okay, you know that before now, people would just have the opinion, I keep paying premium. I never get anything. And then the company themselves, they are not disposed, particularly when there is now a claim to be collected, or maybe a mishap has happened. Don't you think there is that gap that we also need to enlighten even the insurance companies to be at their best, so that this can sort of change the orientation of people?
So I believe that there are companies who are committed to paying their claims, who know they're in the business, to pay people's claims. However, the customers also need to understand that when you go into an insurance contract, you have a policy, and that policy states, everything, the terms of the agreement, what your own part is and what the part of the insurance company is. So it is to understand, what it is that the actual insurance is actually covering. Sometimes we don't understand this, and we make a lot of assumptions, and when it comes to the time of claim, then we just assume, it's automatic, they would pay everything. So what do we even understand by that contract? What is even in there? Is there a part of it that we're supposed to bear first before, the insurance comes in? Are we taking the necessary precautions that we would have ordinarily if we didn't have insurance? So sometimes we can be negligent as well and just think, well, I have a policy, so I can go out and leave my car unlocked. But ordinarily, you would take all the necessary precautions, to stop these things from happening. And if it goes beyond that, then insurance would.
I want to take you off from that precaution. Some people also have the opinion. In fact, I'm even sharing a personal experience here. Some people have the opinion that yes, there are some terms and conditions you need to, abide with, but by the time it happens, they now start bringing. You see, it is not this. They have all manner of excuses why would they not pay the claim.
Okay, so I can agree with you, yes, that there are companies that do that. Some people go into insurance business not with the intention of paying claims, but the intention of collecting.
Just getting the premium.
Yes, collecting the premiums. And also, I believe that having very clear and simple policy terms that the average person can understand, rather than having, when we started, there was all sorts of English that you could not understand. So many things were embedded
agenda.
in that. Yes, so I think it's important, to have it in a very, very clear way. We also have, takaful insurance.
I was going to come to that.
is the Islamic insurance. That is it's different from the conventional insurance. You're talking about paying premium and paying premium and paying premium.
Nothing
So
to gain from
under
it.
the takaful, those it's like a mutual cooperation. So a group that comes together to pay the premium, they are the owners of the fund, as opposed to a conventional insurance company where the company owns the funds and the people who contribute to the funds do not own it. But under takaful, you have we come together, we own the fund, then we find somebody to manage the funds for us, and we pay that person. So as part of it also is that if we keep on contributing, I keep on paying a premium, and I have not made a claim, there are opportunities that they would refund.
Some form of benefit and profits.
Yes, they would refund some of those benefits and some of the profits that the fund has been able to. The fund, you invest it anyway. You don't leave the funds lying idle.
There's also an aspect of it that I had a sneak preview on. I wonder, I'm just hearing of it for the first time until I started researching about this interview.
Okay.
I never knew about medical insurance.
Ah.
You see, I got in there. We'll be talking about that. Let's go for a short break. I'm still chatting with, I told you she's an Amazon, an enigma of a person, Haja Hadiza Aliko Mohammed. We'll be back shortly. We're talking insurance. Let's go for a breather. We're back to continue the conversation. And welcome back. This is the Magnates. I'm enjoying myself here. Thoroughly enjoying the conversation. A stimulating one at that. And I am with a friend, a sister, Haja Hadiza Aliko Muhammad. You are welcome back to the program.
Thank you very much.
It is the Magnate. She's lending a voice to the growth of our businesses. Do you have an insurance company? Do you have an insurance policy? Are you one of those sitting on the fence? There are various types you can acquire now, like has been alluded to by our guests. Now, the pending question, what again is medical insurance? You have told me earlier that you have sisters in the medical line. Is that why, you delved into that?
No,
Okay.
Actually. So when I came back and I was given the appointment to work in the insurance company, they had set up a new department. So the company that I worked for was the pioneer underwriter of medical insurance, so
Okay.
medical expenses insurance. So we shortened it to MEDEX.
Okay.
And we had two types of MEDEX, the international and the local. So the international MEDEX was an insurance policy that was underwritten by international companies, where you could pay a premium, and if anything happens, you could go anywhere around the world to receive treatment that the insurance company would pay for. And we were more or less like agents here. We were marketing it on their behalf, and we were earning a commission for the international MEDEX. But the local MEDEX, it was the same thing, but within the locality of Nigeria. So we're underwriting this and collecting premiums, and if anything happened to you, if you're a policy holder, you could visit hospitals that were participating anywhere in Nigeria.
Okay.
So that company was the pioneer, and we were marketing it at the same time as underwriting it.
Okay, literally, in fact, at the first glance of that, I thought medical insurance would require that maybe medical personnel being given insurance policies so that if anything happens because of the hazards of their profession. Correct me if I'm wrong.
So what this is that an average person, you and I, would decide, okay, so I want to be able to afford any kind of medical expenses that arise out of, any health challenges that anybody would have. So you would buy a policy, like you buy a policy for your car. So if anything happens to the car, the insurance, a company would pay for, what it has agreed to. So this is it. It wasn't, what you're talking about is like a professional thing for medical practitioners if they want, so to ensure that they practice what it is that they're supposed to practice. No, what we were selling was, for the average person, if you needed medical attention and to cover your medical expenses.
Okay. Another aspect of you are the CEO of Turner's Building Products.
Yes.
Tell us about that. This woman, I don't want grill.
I was
You're everywhere. You want to make money there, right? You can't continue to do humanitarian, and you have to eat.
Turner's was, I had started working with the insurance company here in Lagos, for a few years, and I had a personal experience that required me to leave Lagos and go back home. So I took over the running of a manufacturing company. So I left service for manufacturing.
Wow.
Totally
different.
Totally different. And at that time I was 27, and it was a factory that was 99% male.
Wow.
And some had been working in the factory even before I was born.
Wow.
So it was
challenging. I won't say tough.
It was challenging, and for me
Well,
that just
up.
showed me that if you can do that, you can do anything. Because it was running a business in the turbulent environment that is Nigeria. No 2 days are the same. So you come there, sometimes you just have to face it. And if I could do that, I believe that
you can do anything.
If I put my mind to it, then I can.
You blaze the trail there, right?
Yes, I was the first female ED, first female MD.
So in all of this, you have even lent the voice to it earlier. Lately, we're experiencing a lot of brain drain. And a lot of people still think that there's good in this country. You mentor these youth, you interact with them. Are they very difficult to mentor? Are they difficult to convince that Nigeria is it?
So lately, Nigeria has become even more difficult to live in. And the interesting thing is that even though we're being drained from Nigeria, everybody is going out. All you need to do is look around, and especially even in places like Lagos and Abuja, to see the number of expatriates that are coming in to Nigeria.
That's the confusion.
So there must be something here for them to leave their countries and come here. And they come here and they
earn a lot. Our eyes to see all those potentials.
They live a good life. So because we're in it and we're suffering, the pangs, now, we think that this is not the place to be. But it is in difficulty, it is in challenge that opportunities,
emerge.
Yes, the opportunities abound. So what is it that, you are passionate about? What is it that you see that is a challenge? How can you help solve that challenge for the average Nigerian? Many people are coming to Nigeria because we have the market. So if we're over 200 million, if you can get 1 million, 2 million people to even just buy, if you can get 100,000 consistent customers buying your service or buying your product,
you're good to go.
You're good to go. And the world has become open now. There are young people that are living in Nigeria, but they're working,
of course,
around remotely. So I think that it's, for young people to understand.
Just carve the niche.
Yes, to carve the niche, to understand that, hard work pays. Social media has done a disservice, sometimes by showing that it is just easy and everything is good and everything is perfect. All those people that are posting stuff curate it. So they make sure that what you're seeing is good, what you're seeing is successful, you're seeing, happy people. But even that takes a lot of work. So if you channel it and you focus it, into, something that is solving a problem, then you can make it. And I've had the privilege of being a mentor on the Tony Elumelu empowerment entrepreneurship platform, and they assigned a couple of entrepreneurs to be mentored so that they could also start up their own businesses. So the young people are receptive, but also as a mentor you have to realize that things have changed. Things have changed. The way of doing things has changed. But the principles
remain the same.
Yes, the principles remain the same. So in fact, as you're mentoring, they're also teaching you, okay, so this is what we want to do. Okay, so this is an easier way of doing it. And, they also come for the experience and the wisdom. So it's a two-way, it's a two-way thing.
Symbiotic relationship.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much. We are gradually winding down now. But in your parting words, when a woman is in a position of authority, I want to share a little experience. You are never satisfied. You always gone for excellence. Share your own working formula with us. Final words now.
When you do the right thing, irrespective of whatever. So it is not about who is right. It is about what is right. So when you strive to do the right thing, and as you said, to do it excellently, not perfectly.
Nobody is perfect.
Yes, but excellently. Put in your best effort, and to ask yourself, this that I have done, is this the best that I can do? And if you feel it's not, then you keep trying. Yes, you keep trying to do that. Then also consistency. It is to be consistent. So you can't do it today and not do it tomorrow. So consistently do what is right. And also accept that you do not have all the answers. So that goes back to doing what is the right thing. Is there a superior argument? Is there a better way of doing it? So it's not about me. It's about what it is that we're doing. So if you hold yourself to higher standards as well, people would recognize that. And it's not being aggressive. or trying to prove a point that because I feel that I'm a woman,
Better.
I have to try and prove a point. It is just to be firm about, to be assertive, to be firm about what it is that I am doing.
That has been our conversation today. We have dwelled more on the insurance. I hope you have a change of heart now. If you have been sitting on the fence, it's not all about paying premium. We don't pray for any disaster. We don't pray for any mishap. That's when you would really, really appreciate insurance policy. Thank you so much for obliging us. Even though we have been at this for a while. Finally. Thank you very much for coming on the program.
Thank you.
That has been the Magnate today. I'm sure you have been well endowed with the robust nature of our conversation. To make it a date at the same time next week when we shall bring you another enigma of a person, another magnate, to lend a voice to the growth of our business and to also mentor us on television. Remember to follow us on our various social media handles and give us a call. We can partner with you on this program so you can meet your target audience. Make the date at the same time next week. Until then, bye for now.